Hi, I'm Sterling Pratt, the author of Pudd'nhead Parenting, Forming a Positive Working Relationship with a Child with ADD. I'm also the host of a Blog Talk radio show called Pudd'nhead Parenting, which airs Saturdays at 1 o'clock. Again, I hope you join me sometime. Last video segment, we talked about executive functions. Before that, we talked about the basis of ADD in the brain. This is the first video that I've presented so far that talks about what to do about those deficits and problems with working memory and executive functions. I call it ADD strategies, but ADD strategies are probably mostly focused at working memory problems and executive functions, which now psychiatrists have coined a new acronym, ADF, which is called executive dysfunction for people who have problems in these areas. There's really a couple of things that I see immediately that we should start doing when we realize that we get the diagnosis that our child has ADD or we have ADD. One option is medication, and I don't want to talk about medication at this point, and it's a very controversial subject. I may choose to not get into it at all, but medication can help us do some of the other things I am going to talk about today, and that is forming some strategies about ADD. When I was originally diagnosed with ADD, I went and talked to a counselor, and they gave me a book called Driven to Distraction. I mean, if you are investigating ADD and you haven't heard of that book, then I'm grateful that I introduced you to the title. It's written by Ned Hallowell and one of the founding books on ADD knowledge and what to do about ADD. One of the things I got out of that book was not only the understanding of what ADD was, but it was full of a lot of strategies, and a lot of strategies exist at this point. Let me just give you a couple of examples so you understand what I mean by a strategy or an ADD strategy. Let's say, for example, I remember in school, and your child might have this problem as well, the teacher is having a discussion in the classroom. I have this brilliant idea that I want to throw out or a question to ask, and I raise my hand, and before the other student has finished doing making his point, and the teacher calls on me, I have no idea what my question was or my comment. So that's a problem with working memory. And I learned a strategy around that when I have a question, just write one keyword down on a pad on my desk so that when the teacher has time to call on me, then that keyword will remind me of what to say. Very simple thing to compensate for my problems in working memory. Things like having a hard time getting up in the morning. Sometimes a strategy would be just as simple as setting 2 different alarms 5 minutes or 10 minutes apart. So the types and the wealth of strategies that you'll find out there is quite large, and you can find, actually in my book, I've associated certain strategies with specific executive function deficits. Again, my name's Sterling. Appreciate you listening, and you can, for more information, you can go to my website, addparentingsupport.com, or contact me directly by email at sterling@addparentingsupport.com. Thanks.